Hello there, it's me again. I want to share one of the intriguing stories in the New Testament and draw a parallel from this person's life and distinguish between being a devotee of Jesus, an admirer, if you may, or a disciple of Jesus. And it's found in Luke chapter 7, verse 36 to 50, and it's the story of Simon. Simon's a Pharisee, highly educated. He puts on a dinner party, and Jesus is at the top of the guest list. And through the evening, he receives a gatecrasher. It happens to be a lady of ill repute in the town that visits his party. Simon's behavior reminds me of our social distancing at the moment. He keeps Jesus at arm's length, which is incredibly awkward for Jesus. He keeps Jesus at arm's length for all the wrong reasons. Now, Simon was, as I said, a Pharisee. He'd spent his life studying the scriptures. When he was 12, he'd memorized 12 books of the Bible. By the time he was 15, he'd memorized all of the Old Testament. He'd put to memory 300 prophecies of the coming of the Messiah. However, at the moment that counted, when Jesus was in his own house, he missed the fact that he was entertaining the Messiah himself. A devotee is simply an enthusiastic fan. A disciple is a dedicated follower. You know, in life we can either be one or the other. We can be a fan or we can be a follower of Jesus. And through the evening it becomes apparent that Simon was spending the time with Jesus out of religious duty rather than spiritual devotion for the Messiah. Simon had no idea of who he was entertaining. I did that for years. I sang in the church choir. I went to Boy Scouts. I listened to countless sermons and devotions given by leaders, never ever investing my time in who they were speaking about, who they were referencing, namely Jesus. I was an admirer for many years. In the Jewish culture of the day, there were certain etiquettes that you followed when you had someone over in your home. For example, when the guest arrived, the guest of honor arrived, it was normal greeting for you to kiss them on the cheek if the person was of equal social rank. It was normal to kiss the person's hand if the person was of particularly high honor and ranking. It was normal for you to wash your guest's feet at the beginning of the evening prior to you actually eating the meal. For distinguished guests, it was normal for you to give them some oil, inexpensive oil, for their head to be anointed. But with Jesus in Simon's house, there was no kiss of greeting, no foot washing, no oil for his head. Jesus was ignored and somewhat insulted. Simon knew all about Jesus, but Simon never knew Jesus. Simon is typical of an admirer of Jesus. They miss the very reason, for example, why they go to church, which is a tragedy. You don't recognize Jesus as the favored guest. There's no worship or kiss of greeting. There's no oil of honoring of Jesus. However, back to our story, in comes the gate crasher, the lady turning up uninvited. She bursts into tears and washes Jesus' feet. He's reclining at the table with his feet behind him. She washes his feet with her tears. She wipes his feet with her hair. She doesn't stop kissing his feet. She takes a bottle of perfume, Chanel number 5, and the house opens up the bottle. The house is the beautiful perfume fills the house with that lovely aroma, and as an act of worship and honor, she pours the perfume over his feet. Jesus recognizes Simon's disdain for this lady, and he reminds Simon that those that have sinned more love more. Isn't that beautiful? You see, the problem is we can have knowledge of Jesus without any intimacy. Devotees often confuse their admiration for devotion. They mistake their knowledge of Jesus for intimacy with Jesus. Jesus, according to the scriptures, he's not interested in devotees. Jesus constantly reminded his disciples to go and make disciples. Jesus, in this hour, is looking for disciples. Let not your heart be troubled.